my friend Lamar. We finally have you on the podcast, and I'm very happy, man. Excited for our conversation. And yeah, I think I'd love it. I'd appreciate it if you just introduced yourself to the people a little bit. Tell them who you are, how we met, and
Yeah.
how we know each other, and yeah, what you're all about, man.
Guys, I'm Lamar. Should I look at the cameras?
Yeah, you can look at the camera for now.
I'm Lamar. Me and Ignatius went to school together.
Yeah.
I remember him coming there for the first day and me being the buff guy,
Yeah.
the muscular guy. They were like, there's another big guy on campus now, you know?
People used to call me the Hug because
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
So
remember.
that's how we first met each other. And along the way, man, we just clicked. I
Yeah.
remember during lockdown,
Yeah.
you remember there was a time we used
Yeah.
to,
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah.
we didn't have access to the gym. Of
Yeah.
course, it was the pandemic.
Yeah.
And we used to train together
Yeah.
outdoors, at a park. So,
Yeah. We tried some
yeah,
calisthenics.
we have a history, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, no, that's perfect, man. That's perfect.
Mhm.
So yeah, fast forward now we're sitting here, and I
Yeah,
think
no.
I'm looking forward to this conversation because how this came about is like I was like I want to speak to someone that I went to school with that's the same age as me, but I want it to be like a nice conversation that we talk about life, something productive, someone with a similar mindset, and just get just get an understanding of what it is like to be in the youth, to be a youngster from someone else in a country like Namibia. So perfect.
Yeah, no, I just want to add, like,
Yeah.
thank you, first of all, for having me here. I feel privileged, man.
Yeah.
And thank you to Vitura.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the credit he deserves because we see Ignatius.
Oh wow.
But yeah, Vitura, thank you. Thank
No,
you
that's
for
perfect.
setting up this,
Perfect, perfect. So yeah, last Friday, one of the trainers at the gym asked me how I was doing, and for some weird reason I just started laughing, and I still don't get why. So I want to ask you as we start off now, how are you?
Nah, bless me, bless.
You blessed?
If we breathing,
Yeah.
we can talk.
Yeah.
We bless. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Anything that you say has been like a tough challenge lately, especially like starting off now in the new year and
A tough challenge lately.
having left school, both of us.
I feel like most
Yeah.
people our age can relate to
Yeah.
my answer, and it would be finding your feet, bro.
Mm.
Really figuring out what it is you want to
It's different,
pursue.
huh?
It's different, bro.
Got some responsibility
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's different. Especially that the reality hits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're done with
Yeah.
school. There's no more being a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
So,
that's perfect. That's
That's
perfect.
been a challenge, finding my feet
Yeah.
as an adult.
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, I want to dive into this question to understand a little bit more of what kind of a person you are. You're 20 years old now. You recently finished school, and you've got this insatiable hunger to build something out of your life.
Mm.
And just like me, you love money. I hope so.
Who doesn't?
I hope so. So, what do you want to be remembered for? When you're done with your life, the tank is empty,
Wow.
and what do you want
That's-
people to remember you for?
That's a really deep question. Man.
Yeah.
What do you want people to remember you for?
Come on,
Well,
man.
yeah,
Okay,
Ignatius.
for me, I want people to remember me as a guy that just didn't give up. The guy that did something meaningful for their lives. Help people get from point A to B. It doesn't have to be a big step, but just helping them in their little that I bring some kind of value into their lives.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
helping wherever I can, I guess. But also I want to be remembered as as like someone that lived a really nice life,
Yeah,
enjoyed
yeah.
every moment of it, was always up for doing anything cool, anything adventurous. So yeah.
You mentioned one point that
Yeah.
really stood out to me, and that's adding value to people's lives.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I don't know how I'll achieve that yet.
Yeah.
But that's something I would really like to be remembered for.
Mm.
I want to add value
Yeah.
to the people and to this world.
Yeah. What else?
Apart from that, there are selfish reasons.
Yeah,
that
I want those
that
ones
people
as well.
won't remember me for,
Yeah.
but I want to achieve.
Yeah.
I want to drive a Land Rover.
You want to drive a Land
Benz,
Rover?
you
Yeah,
know what I'm
bands.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things, but
Which bands specifically?
I don't know cars.
Yeah.
I'm not a car. I just
But
know
you
the
probably like
brand.
G-Wagons as well.
Yeah, I love
G-Wagons,
G-Wagons.
those ones are nice.
Yeah.
And for me, actually, I like, there's this one called 280 SL Pagoda. I'll show it to you afterwards. It's a very nice car, vintage car. So I'm more into vintage cars. I don't know about you. You like vintage cars?
No, not really.
Not really.
Yeah, I like modern.
You like modern
luxurious,
cars?
Yeah,
It's modern luxury. Okay, that's nice. That's fine. That's fine. Um, Now tell me, what is something people always get wrong about you?
People always get wrong about
Yeah.
me. I guess it will be mm, many people may perceive me as arrogant
Uh huh.
or antisocial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like get to know me.
Yeah.
You see who I am.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you first saw me at school,
Yeah.
what was your perception?
No, actually, to be honest, you're one of the kindest people I know. Actually,
Yeah.
I've never met you and you didn't greet me. And yeah, I mean, our conversation is just like, how are you? Are you doing well?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, life is fine. I'm
Yeah.
blessed. I'm blessed.
Let me tell you about one incident.
Yeah.
This was last year. So
Uh-huh.
I'm in the gym after
Yeah.
my workout and I take off my shirt.
Yeah.
One guy walks past me and he's
Yeah.
like, "You're a narcissist."
That's wild, man.
So yeah, man,
Yeah.
people just have those perceptions,
Ye-
based just on what they see
Yeah.
on the
Is
surface.
it even allowed to take off your shirt in the gym?
No, it was in the locker rooms.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
But I mean, it
Yeah.
never bothers me what people
Yeah.
think of me
That you
because I
feel-
know what I've been through.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you go through what I went through, and
Yeah.
then we can talk.
Would you say you like getting into fitness was started off as maybe you trying to fill up a void, like an insecurity that you had?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Those who know me know that I come from a rugby background.
Yeah.
And playing ball, I was never seen as the best.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be the best at something.
Yeah.
So me started lifting weights,
Yeah.
starting to get involved into bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And people kind of knew me for that. And
Yeah.
as a youngster, it gave me validation.
Yeah.
I found peace in that.
Which was nice.
People
Huh?
just knowing me as Lamar the bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At the beginning, yeah, that's the void I wanted
Yeah.
to fill. Yeah.
I remember like when I first arrived at school, I think probably like within the first 3 days, someone asked me, because I'm a little bit built as well, so for high school it was quite a lot, and
Yeah.
and people were calling me the Hulk, and then they were like, "Do you know Lamar?" And then I'm like, "Who is Lamar?" And then they say, "The built guy, the big guy." I just knew immediately. So like, anytime anyone would say a big guy, I knew it was always you. I think you're probably in the top 5 the biggest guys at school.
I
So
appreciate it.
I guess it's-
appreciate it.
you're taking it as a compliment. Oh no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, no,
So-
I remember, bro, in school,
Yeah.
I can't remember going to a party,
Yeah.
hanging out with homies. It was the gym,
Yeah.
That was my spot to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like my fun time. Bro.
Yeah. Would you say you feel like maybe you might have missed out on some of those things?
Most definitely not.
Definitely
Most
not.
definitely not.
Yeah.
Man, how can I say this? I love what I've became.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really in love with what I became.
Yeah.
And that's because I spend most of my time in the gym,
Yeah.
focused,
Yeah. I think it's definitely very important for people to really enjoy their own space. I think, but also certain connections with people can be very helpful. The right people can be assets in your life and can bring a lot of meaningful stuff. For example,
it's
like
true.
your girlfriend. Yeah. And
We can't go through this interview without mentioning my sweetheart.
Yeah.
bro.
No, that's perfect. I hope she's watching.
She's actually
gonna watch
the
this.
only person that's been with me, bro, through this whole journey
Yeah.
up until this point.
Yeah, and I understand you guys are pushing now for 7 years.
7 years, bro. So
Man.
she's literally seen me grow over the years.
Man, 7 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot. What have I done for 7 years? I haven't even been to a single school for that long. I've switched school like 14 times. Man.
Really, bro.
Yeah, so when
What
we...
was the reason for that?
Yeah, man, I guess, parents, a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I spent like 6 months at Windhoek Gymnasium. So I want to know, how long were you at Windhoek Gymnasium?
I got there 2017.
2017. So quite a few years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
about
I
7 years.
I repeated 1 year.
Yeah.
Which was grade 9.
Yeah, so about 7 years.
Yeah.
And what was the experience like for you, like being
Man,
at school?
gymnasium really changed my life. I could
Really?
have been way worse off
Really?
hadn't I gone to gymnasium because
Yeah.
I came from a public school.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship
Yeah.
because I played rugby.
Yeah.
So yeah, going to gymnasium, seeing how the more privileged kids move in life, you
Yeah.
know, seeing the opportunities that could come.
Yeah.
I come from a place where when you asked me in grade 7, 6 at the
Yeah.
public school, what do you want to be? I want to be a hustler. I want to be a gangster. You know, now you come to gymnasium,
Yeah.
it's like you ask the kids, what do you want to become? Now I want to become a doctor. I want to
Yeah.
become a lawyer.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see a different way to live. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? Yeah. It really
Yeah.
changed my life
That's
for the good.
lovely to hear, man. That's
Mm,
lovely
mm.
to hear. And and like because for everyone has a different story, right? I mean, of their experience at Vintage Gymnasium. I was only there for 6 months.
6 months.
So to hear you speak about it like that, it gave you a different perspective on life. To be honest, from my side, like rich kids sometimes they're annoying for me. Like because imagine talking with someone, having a full-on conversation, and all they talk about is like, oh, so last week, yeah, my dad bought this car. Oh no, we went.
Yeah.
I want to hear about struggles, challenges. And now, obviously, it's unfair to just say that because obviously their parents worked hard for it.
Mm.
But even if it's like, I'm working hard at something, it could be a sport that they like or something like that. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I feel like at gymnasium specifically, all
Yeah.
of us were like equals, bro.
Yeah.
I never felt like an outcast being surrounded by more privileged
Yeah.
kids. Like all of us were so
Yeah.
equal. I'm sure you can relate to that, bro.
Yeah, somewhat.
Especially when you came, nobody treated you different.
Yeah.
You were one of us.
Yeah. I was one of you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good
yeah.
to know. Yeah, let's so now tell me a little bit, because yesterday when we were talking over our coffee that we didn't drink, you asked me what was my take on girls in general.
Yeah.
So you being a guy that's been in a relationship for 7 years already at 20, I want to know what's your take on girls in general. Like, what
Girls.
value do you see in having a girlfriend, and what value? I don't know what else you have to say.
No. I really feel like men in general
Yeah.
are driven by ladies.
Really?
Because back in the day,
Yeah.
I'm taking this back to the Stone Age, right? What was men's highest prize you could receive? It was to reproduce, to get with a beautiful hunt.
Yeah.
And what was the initial question?
Yeah. What's your take on women?
What's
in
our take
general?
on women? Yeah. So today, why do men strive to become better?
Yeah.
It's to get a beautiful hunt.
Yeah.
And I believe you should look for that one lady that will really stick by your side.
Yeah.
There are many beautiful girls, bro, but you only get few real ones.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I would advise the younger guys.
Yeah.
Don't jump around, bro. Don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
I say don't find one girl that's willing to stick by your side.
Yeah.
And move with her, bro.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I have a little bit of a different perspective, because it's more so I feel like, or I think you're one of the lucky ones, but for most guys, I think you're probably not ready for it anyways, like finding that girl, you probably haven't built yourself enough to also attract that girl that you're looking for. I don't know, but because I think, like, depending on the kind of person you are, like the more you work on yourself, the better the quality of people
That's
you
true,
attract
that's
as
true.
well. So I can remember when I was younger, like girls were, I was always like a smooth talker, and in general, but as I get older as well, as I work on myself, position myself in different rooms, the girls, they see it as well. They're like,
They
this
notice
this guy is working on himself. He's doing something. So like the level of girls you get always gets better and better, and eventually, but the thing is also you start to attract rubbish as well.
I just wanted to bring that up. Like,
okay.
Like you say.
Not that I'm calling any girls rubbish, just to clarify that.
Correct that. Yeah.
So go on.
When you work on yourself, right? You're on the self-development journey. I've been on it since I was 15, 16.
Yeah.
You definitely start to attract
Yeah.
all different types of ladies.
Yeah.
But you should always look at yourself in the mirror and be real with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, were those ladies there since day one?
Yeah.
Do they really know you for who you are?
Yeah.
And I find myself in that position a lot, bro.
Yeah.
I often meet ladies and it's like, Yeah, they beautiful ladies. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I know that they wouldn't be attracted
Yeah.
if they weren't there since the beginning.
Yeah.
They don't really know me.
Yeah.
They like what they see,
Yeah.
but they don't know what's in here.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Nice, man. Nice. And how do you share? Like, how do you think your girl now takes this whole personal development things? Because I've noticed, like, with some girls, especially if you're a guy that's always looking to better yourself, it can come off as like a pressure. Because whenever you hang out, if you spend a lot of time with someone that's always working on themselves, trying to better themselves, one of these two things are gonna happen. Either the person that's working on themselves becomes like the person that's not working on themselves and slowly deteriorates, or the person that wasn't working on themselves feels the pressure to actually keep up. So one of these two is going to happen. It's like with the tree, as it grows, some twigs are going to fall off, and some of the twigs get stronger and then stay on the path. So I want to ask you, like, how do you think your girl has taken this whole personal development?
Me and my girlfriend, I would say we have some healthy competition going on
Yeah.
between us. Like if I'll message her and be like, baby, I was up 5 a.m. I trained. And she'll get ready at 6 a.m. to go train at 7 a.m. because she knows that, wow, Lamar actually did that at 5 a.m. Like if I eat my healthy meal right now, my chicken and rice, she be whipping her up like beef and potatoes. It's like
lovely, man.
We always encourage each other to be better.
No, that's lovely. I love that.
That's a key.
Yeah.
That's
okay. So now let's move on to a different topic. We've spoken about ladies and all, gotten some good insights from you. What's something that you would say in your life, being young, ambitious, trying to work on yourself, looking for opportunities, what's something you would say bothers you a lot, a weight that's constantly on your shoulders?
You spoke about it yesterday as well. Like we on a journey that really gets lonely. Self-development can get lonely.
Yeah.
And what if we get to age 30, 35, looking back at our younger lives and everything we've missed out on, which is the parties, the alcohol and all that, would we regret it at a later stage?
Yeah.
And that's something I often, it crosses my mind as well. Like, is this worth it, bro?
Yeah.
Is it going to pay off? That's on my mind.
Yeah.
A lot.
Nice, man.
Because we work endlessly every day. And I don't want everything to be in vain for,
Yeah. That's something to think about, actually, yeah. Because for me, I would say, like, my answer to that is, if I had to put it in a simple sentence, I would say the weight of my own expectations is the heaviest burden I have to bear. And when I come to think of it, it's even like you're saying now, a year ago, I thought I would be in a much further position than I would be now.
Yeah.
Same thing for the next year to come. I believe I would be in a much further position, but you really never know. And it's like you set these expectations on yourself. I guess it's like, if you really think about it, everyone else in the world, no one really cares what kind of a car you drive, what kind of a house you have. Everyone cares about their own life. Like yesterday, I walked in the mall when I was coming to you. I haven't been to the mall in like months, and I realized how self-conscious I was. You feel like everyone is looking at you while you're walking, but really, no one cares. Everyone is also thinking, everyone is looking at me while I'm walking. So I just, and what I try to be like, especially nowadays, is to be self-aware of everything that I feel, emotions. Like, not necessarily get emotional about things, but when I feel something, I try to be aware about it and think, really try to notice and think about why I'm feeling that way. So, for example, in that scenario, it's like I realized, shit, I put myself in this position of everyone is looking at me, everyone cares about it, but really no one cares,
It's true.
And I guess
I find myself in that position where I want what I do should be for myself. I don't want to impress people. I don't want to. I don't want what I do to be for people. You understand? Because that never lasts. That leaves me with a void sometimes. So at the end of the day, coming back to our initial question, what's my biggest worry? It's I don't want the people to be involved. What people's opinions of me would be. What was the initial question? Our
What's
biggest
your
worry.
biggest worry? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Actually, this brings me to the realization that there shouldn't be no worry, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to live my life worrying.
Oh wow.
I don't want to live my life
Yeah.
worrying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel this, because imagine worrying. You constantly,
Yeah.
you're on your nerves the whole
Yeah.
time. For what, bro?
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely a good way of
Yeah,
seeing it.
Because I just felt like we were being very negative right now.
Oh my god.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but I
saying?
think some things are worth worrying about though. I don't know. Like more like from like a stress side, because you think about it, like if you want to do things, if you want to have things that other people would never have, you're gonna have to deal with stresses that other people won't. But I guess like being positive, like the way you're saying, actually helps you deal with those negatives in a way that's more productive. Because really, just worrying about things, most of the things we worry about are things we can't even control.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in that saying, cross the bridge once you get there.
Yeah.
When I get to a point where I have to worry about
Yeah.
something, that's when I'll worry about it.
Yeah.
But not necessarily worrying now
Yeah.
when I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
You understand?
Wow, man. So, and tell me, speaking about what we're speaking about now, are there some things that you would say you just feel as a guy that maybe the women in your life would just never understand, like your girlfriend, your mom?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most
What are some
definitely.
things you'd say like
That's-
they're just in your mindset? Some things that you probably sometimes maybe might argue about with the people in your life that that the women would just never understand.
the importance of becoming something.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you want to be the provider.
Yeah.
You want to be the man that brings the bread back to his home.
Yeah.
And before marriage, before starting a family, I first have to check that off my to-do list.
Yeah.
I first have to be the provider.
Yeah.
In order to start a family, in order to consider marriage.
Yeah.
And sometimes ladies don't get that. My mom, my girlfriend, they don't understand the importance of that.
Yeah.
And being a man, that's of utmost importance to me.
Yeah, I think like a lot of women would just never understand. Like us guys, we need to feel respect from others on the things we've done. Like if you walk into a room, guys, we just naturally form this hierarchy. Like this is the big dog. He's done this, and that.
True.
We all know it, and we're all gonna give him a certain level of respect. So, like, I think for women to understand like that we have this innate need in ourselves to just make something out of our lives. This constant hunger, this constant, and I guess I don't know, like and so just to make something out of our lives, and that would actually be yeah. But yeah, tell me now, man. Now looking into your life, what are some things you're looking forward to as you move on now with life?
I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I really look forward to seeing the world.
Yeah.
Meeting new people.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah. I'm an adrenaline junkie.
You're an adrenaline junkie. I find
meet
that hard to believe though.
I have to meet new people. I have to see new places, bro. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to experiencing different cultures, different foods,
Yeah, I think travel is very good for people. What are why do you think travel is good for people in general?
To give you a new perspective. You spoke about America yesterday.
Yeah.
I guess going there, coming back, we go into America and coming back to Africa.
Yeah.
I'm sure it opens your eyes to a lot of things.
Yeah. I'll say this though, like the 3 Americans I've met in my life, they said a lot of weird stuff, man. Like Americans have this funny personality about them. I don't know, man. But of course they're also there's some likable people. But one time I met this American guy, took him to a party at my cousin's farm. My cousin was having a party there. And so I was just going there because I would be at the farmhouse and everything. And then we also went into the bush and stuff like that. This guy did drugs, drank, and like
that night.
to the point where he was basically unconscious, man. Like the next morning I had to drive him back because I mean if I bring someone all the way to my cousin's farm, I'm responsible to make sure that they get back as well. And he was lying half gone in the backseat of my car, and, and I almost thought he was like shitting in his pants because he kept just farting and farting and farting, and I'm sitting with this one girl, a friend of mine, in the car, and we just keep looking at each other, like at some point we thought he was gonna die because he just kept groaning and groaning, like never again.
Man, wild,
and he was American. So far my experiences with Americans have been weird, man. They've been weird. But yeah, it's just.
I guess you get different type. You get Namibians, bro. That's way different than the two of us.
It's true, man. It's true. Yeah. But yeah, what's your take on drugs in general?
On drugs,
yeah,
bro. I made a pledge to always be in a sober state of mind.
But how do you feel about people that take them?
About people that take them. Okay.
Are you a judgmental person? That's actually what I'm trying to get.
No, I come from a background where I've seen people close to me being affected by it.
Yeah.
It's actually, it breaks my heart, man, when I see people going through that.
Yeah.
Because I know how difficult it could be to get out of it. So I have a heart for people with problems like that.
And what are some of the reasons why you don't drink or take drugs? Why you see the need to just stay away from this kind of stuff?
I've seen what it can do, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. It breaks families. And then there's a list of consequences.
Yeah. That's true. I think for some people though, I guess it can help them have fun or whatever. Because like one of the reasons I actually just don't like alcohol, firstly, is the taste. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I mean, you get the other mixed stuff that almost tastes like juice, but in general, I don't like the taste of alcohol. And sometimes people drink alcohol to get like more of a confidence boost and all that.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I have that confidence already.
Yeah.
And like with guys, they used to drink alcohol so they can speak to girls. I feel like I have that confidence already to go speak to any girl, right? So I don't need alcohol. So at the end of the day, I would just be drinking probably because of sadness.
Yeah. When I would like to experience all the greatest moments in my life when I'm sober. I want to be able to think back vividly to the experiences in my life. I don't want to be drunk and forget about everything that I experienced,
Yeah, and I mean, on the other hand, like, if you're meeting a girl and you're really, really drunk, passed out, maybe you're giving her a fake version of yourself.
It's true. You're selling her something that's not true.
Yeah, later on she's leaving you because all other things are different. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all different kinds of stuff. But like, and also like this thing of like drinking alcohol. It's like I said yesterday. I feel like things like alcohol and drugs are just for rich people because like you leave, you do it the next day. You don't really worry about what you have to do for the rest of the day.
One thing I really want to get out there on this podcast as well is I used to dabble in that.
Yeah.
Back in my younger years when I still used to play rugby.
Yeah.
And today when I look at the guys from gymnasium, the rugby players, I was at the Inter just the other day.
Yeah.
And I watched the under 14, 18.
Yeah.
Super talented. And I see the boys, man, it takes me back so much, bro, because they play such good rugby, man. But then I hear stories of these boys getting wasted, drinking so much, and it's like, if you guys are watching now, I'm not pointing out anybody specifically, but just the younger generation in general. Yeah. If you're talented, use it, bro. Stay away from the drugs. Stay away from the alcohol. You know.
You also used to get You also used to get wasted.
Yeah, it's not something I'm proud of. Coming from where I come from, that makes you cool.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Like, you should see the way people get excited about alcohol when you speak about alcohol.
Let me tell you a story. I had a liquor store the other day.
Yeah.
And this guy was holding a Richelieu.
Mm-hmm.
And he started licking his lips, bro. He told his friend, I can taste it already.
Oh my God.
So they were like, man, let's go coffee.
That's funny, man. That's funny. The way people get excited about alcohol, man, it's like I don't know how to explain it. I guess
it's preference.
It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. And so now we've spoken about alcohol. We've spoken about all of these things. What's something you feel the need to share? That's something that you say.
Let's bring it to fitness.
Let's bring it to fitness. Let's talk about fitness. Yeah.
Man, I got a passion for that.
Yeah.
I really love fitness, man.
Yeah. Would you say fitness saved your life in what sense?
Most definitely. it made me who I am. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw the video of me in the bathroom.
Yeah,
lifting weights.
Skinny guy lifting weights in the bathroom.
Man. It took me out of the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gave me a purpose.
Yeah.
Well, like when I woke up, there was a point in my life I was depressed. Me and my mom was living alone in a small place.
Yeah.
And I remember there was so little to be happy about, but waking up, just the thought of me training later today, it would excite me.
Yeah.
So it give me that purpose to just go to school, get through the day so you can work out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I love it so much. But
that's quite
something I really want to get out today is I really want to encourage people to look after their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
We're 20 years old.
Yeah.
If you want to live a long, healthy life, it starts here with drinking water instead of Coke. It starts with choosing to eat chicken over pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really want to encourage the public, man, to take care of yourself.
No, that's lovely, man. That's lovely. Why would you say you train in general? Like, I mean, obviously there's the part where it used to help you look forward to the day and so forth, but now it has just become part of your routine. Why would you say you keep training and keep going to the gym and keep working on yourself in that sense?
Because training in the gym, having that consistency to show up every day, it rubs off on other aspects of your life.
Yeah.
It enhances my relationship with people, the way I communicate to people.
Yeah.
It enhances my work life, my study life, you know. It rubs off the discipline.
Okay.
The consistency.
Yeah. Would you agree with this as well? Because personally, like, people go to the gym for all different kinds of reasons. People are trying to get healthy and all that. But personally, I train to teach my body to obey the mind. Because I want to build the kind of person that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, no matter how I feel, no matter what the day looks like. So it takes work, right? It takes you telling your body to do it constantly, and it takes your body listening to you when you say it constantly. So would you agree with that as well?
That's very true. That's very true. I heard Andrew Tate say this once.
Yeah.
Many bodybuilders would say, okay, rest twice, 3 times a week for optimal muscle growth.
Yeah.
Andrew says he goes every day, regardless of whether he won't gain as much muscle as he would resting, but it's just so he can push his body to obey what he says. He's gonna train 7 days a week just to teach his body that discipline, to basically punish his body.
Yeah. Now, I kind of want to laugh because you had to say Andrew Tate, because I know there's a lot of controversy, controversial topics.
What's
around
your take on him?
On Andrew Tate, I don't listen to him that much, honestly. Because personally, I'm more like a person that takes in information and I like to make up my own mind on things. But I guess anytime, personally, I have this thing, like anytime I see a fit guy, I will listen to him. Because of the fact that just from seeing that they work out and all that, I can kind of tell, okay, this guy understands discipline, consistency. He understands delaying gratification on things. So I would listen, like, okay, what do you have to say? Let me hear what you have to say. And then I'll decide for myself whether I'll take it or not. So I know he's in terms of like from a marketing sense, because I'm in the marketing industry, I know he does a lot of things that don't make sense, but they work well for him in business sense. I mean, like you talk about dumb stuff. You know what some of the videos out there, Andrew Tate will speak about some dumb stuff. People will be, all the ladies in the comment sections will be like, no, don't do this. But that's the reaction he's trying to get out of them, and people don't realize that. So like whenever someone is also like really riling you up, I would encourage people, like, really ask yourself, why do you think this person brings this kind of emotions out of you and all that? So I don't know, what's your take?
My take? I feel like you can help a lot of young men make wise decisions these days.
Nice. Oh, okay.
You mentioned delayed gratification earlier, and I want to know what's your definition of delayed gratification?
Well, when I say delayed gratification, it's basically just, I understand that most of the things that you will have to build in your life will take time, and anything that's good takes time. So, for example, it's like we often have this thing where we convince ourselves that we should get results now. I start today, I want results tomorrow. I start now. I want results in 5 minutes. And a lot of things nowadays, you can get them very fast. You order food, you get it in 15 minutes. Uh, you you want to know about Lamar. You want to find out information on Lamar. You tap on the internet. I know already about you in 5 minutes. You want to go into the next city to travel easily. You go on your phone. You've got a car standing in front of your gate in the next 15 minutes. So it can be very. You can easily start, developing a mindset of that lacks patience. You want everything now and then, but a lot of the good things take time.
I feel like today's generation is being brainwashed so much to feed into that instant gratification. The rise of TikTok. When each time you swipe,
only
you get that rush of dopamine. Exactly.
Yeah.
And bro, that's another reason I love fitness so much, because when I'm in the gym, I know my biceps not gonna grow 2 centimeters because I train them just now. Something that's gonna pay off in the long run. So fitness to me really teaches me delayed gratification. And it puts emphasis on that every day.
No, for sure. Would you ever date your girl if you knew she was on OnlyFans?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely
Yeah, man, I don't. Let me not judge. Let's move away from that topic very fast. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy telling people what to do with their lives. Because sometimes people have to make a living, man, and I guess as people we just easily like to pick on the easy things. Like everyone is looking for the easiest route, so it's none of my business. OnlyFans girls, we support. Wait, let me just end it there. Do your thing. Do your thing. So yeah, man, Lamar. Yeah. So to you, right? If we had to start a conversation now talking about money, what does money? What kind of a mindset do you have on money? What does money mean to you?
Money in itself.
Money in itself, yeah. Like for example, I would say money to me represents progress, safety. To you, I want to know what is it when you hear about money? Why is it you also want to have a lot of it in your life? What does it mean to you?
Money. I've learned from a young age that the more money you have, the more power you have, and the more you are protected against the person with. The more you are protected against the things of this world, unlike the person who has less money, they're not as protected. But when I think of money, I think of luxury. You have access to a variety.
Yeah. No, interesting, man. Interesting. Because I don't know, like this whole money topic. Because I also don't want it to be like a thing of where you convince yourself like you need to make money to have a good life. Because I know it for a fact. I know for a fact you can live a very good life on $30,000 even dollars a month, or even 20. It depends what you're just adding into your life. That's where the money is going. So I don't know, like, so what's like a deeper reason where you'd say, personally, I want to have a lot of it because of this and that.
No, you know what? Actually, I don't need a lot of money. The older I get, I realize I don't need to be the richest guy. I don't need to be Elon Musk with 100 million in my bank account. As long as I'm comfortable. As long as my kid can go to the best school. As long as I can drive a beautiful car. It doesn't have to be the most expensive one either.
That's what I want though. Like, what is comfort to you? What is
comfort to me?
Because I like the visualization. So I want to hear what's on your visual board. I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but it's like, I want this car, this house.
Comfort to me is doing what you want, when you want, for however long you want to do.
Okay.
That could be deciding to go up and eating at the Hook up until 5. Ordering as much food as you would like to eat. Or deciding to go to Cape Town right now for however long I want.
Okay.
Yeah,
because the reason why I ask you is because, like, for example, I'm like, one thing that I know that costs a lot of money. So a lot of people want a lot of money so that they can do things whenever they want, whatever they want, and so forth. They have access to all of these things. But really, if you think about it, for me personally, for example, like a hotel, I never enjoy staying in a hotel that much compared to when I go camping. Camping is so much of a better experience. It's way cheaper, but like in a hotel, everything is done for you. You get your food at the door. Oh yeah, you come back. There's some chocolate on your bed. Yeah, what? So like, of course, I feel like personally, like I could have a lot of money and still come back to the simple things of life. I really enjoy camping, for example. Like I really enjoy eating takeout kapana. Kapana, like you could give me 100 million right now. I would still go to Kapana once a week. Once a week.
Kapana,
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And it's like sometimes like I could have the biggest house in the world. I would probably spend more time outside because now I have more money to go. The things I actually enjoy.
That's comfort.
Yeah, so there's this comfort. The comfort to me, like the comfort is, I guess, yeah, it's the comfort to me is now being able to go put myself in uncomfortable positions more often. I guess.
See, I'm a simple man.
Yeah.
I see Lamar becoming a brand.
Yeah.
I'm talking in third person.
Yeah.
I love doing it.
Really?
But I see Lamar becoming a brand.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't need to be Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I don't need,
Yeah.
if I can afford my basic needs.
Yeah. But I still think you should definitely tap into that hunger though, like not limit yourself still.
Yeah, no.
Even though you don't need to be this person that's having the most in the world, I'd still say like definitely tapping into that hunger, like because if I can be the best in the world, I would do it. I'll take it. Just to know that I can do it, just for the sake of doing it. That's actually one thing for me. Like I like trying out things just to know that I can do it, just for the sake of doing it.
Bringing it back to YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself becoming the best in the industry?
The best
compared
in the industry.
To the likes of
That's
Joe
the goal,
Rogan.
man. So the goal for me, I don't know, man. I want to build the best podcast in Namibia. And
not just in Namibia.
Yeah, in Namibia,
I'm talking about abroad now.
Step by step in general. Like, yeah, I do fantasize about it a lot. Like building this podcast into a platform that can be spoken about also in conversations, like the Joe Rogan podcast, the what other podcasts are there? Chris Williams show, the Diary of a CEO, especially the Diary of a CEO. I don't know if you know it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, this one guy is one of the podcasts I really look up to. So yeah, definitely, like I would do everything I can, but I know the only things I can control is how often I post, how I change my strategy. So I can't control how people feel about my podcast, but I would do, the best I can.
I kind of relate to you in that sense because everybody knows the love I have for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I do believe I can have one of the best physiques out there in the world.
Yeah.
But it comes down to what do you do every day.
Yeah.
What you do every day will determine where you'll be the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So I always tell myself, if you keep doing what you're doing, best believe you will be one of the best one day. But if you quit, and you slack, it won't happen.
No. I hear you, man. Just quickly back onto that topic of money, man. I like talking about money.
Yeah. Let's go.
But what's your number if you had to get it now? You'd say, or what's a number in your head that you'd say this is actually the first step to my accomplishment? Like if I want, if I could have this.
Not so much of a number, but more material.
Yeah.
It would mean a lot buying a mansion, Money on its own is useless, bro. Pablo Escobar bent a few million when he was on the run just to keep his kid warm.
Yeah.
So I'm not chasing the physical money, but rather the things it can buy.
Really.
So when you ask me as an amount that comes to mind, it's like there's no amount.
Yeah.
But rather the house, the car, the plane ticket to Dubai, etc.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
And for me, I do definitely have a number. Like if the amount of money that I want to have, that I always think about in my mind. I don't know why I go back to this number, but the amount of money that I always think about in my mind is 250 million Namibian dollars. Yeah. I guess that would be 10 million euros or 10 million, I guess 10 million US dollars. But
why specifically?
The reason why I have stuck on 250 million is because, firstly, I believe like you need, if you're gonna dream big so that enough so that other people's dreams can fit in your dreams. So this comes back to this thing of adding value in other people's lives.
I just wanted to mention how's that 250 million?
Yeah, so that in its own, I know that with this amount of money, if I spend $1 million a year, I can live 250 years and the extra stuff. I like calculating things like that. When I make some money, I don't calculate it as in like yo, this is what I have for the next month. I like to calculate it as my life process, you know. And I think also there's something I wanted to say just now. What was it? I don't remember what it was. You were speaking about how you don't have a number on it, and you just want the house, and blah, blah, and then I started talking about money. I don't know, I forgot it. Yeah, but anyways, so like that's why I have this number, because I know the access of what it will give me in general. Oh yeah, what I also wanted to mention is like, to me, you see money like power as well, right? And the way I see it is like, what's one thing that we all have in common that we need to survive, right? Everyone needs money. Most people, I don't know about the indigenous people, but most people need money. And like, what does it make you if you are the person that has everything, or most people need money? And what does it make you if you're the person that can produce a lot of what everyone wants, which is money in that sense? So if you have a lot of it, it means you have a lot of power, right? So for me, like, yeah, of course the house is nice and all, but I don't know. Recently, I've been starting to have an interest in power, man. Because when you have power, like, you can't do good in the world without power. You can't. And what gives you power?
Level of influence.
Yeah. And if you look at all these politicians, all these business people, why do they keep chasing the money? Like, that's why governments have so much control over people. Is because they print money. They just get more printed of what you need, you know. And so basically, yeah, if I can make more of what you want, I just give you just enough for you to think, oh, you have control. But really, if I decide today, you know,
doesn't that make you realize what the importance of a community is?
Yeah,
imagine there's 100 Lamar and Ignatius.
Yeah.
In the next 10 years, and there are 100 millionaires.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
That gives you power as a whole community.
Yeah.
And when you guys try to make moves here in the country, in Namibia, it's going to be so much easier.
Yeah. You know? Of course.
So do you think building a community with a lot of wealthy people is that important?
Like, no, I think a lot of wealthy people, yeah, it's definitely a good thing. But I think eventually, like even the Bible, it says there's always going to be poor people, man. Some people, but I think it definitely is worth it, like working on people's mindsets, like building maybe more systems where even the poor can have access to certain things. You know, that can definitely happen.
The question, the route I'm heading to is, you spoke about 250 million.
Yeah.
We get guys in the country who gets tenders of 450 million.
Yeah, even more. Yeah,
one
billions.
Guy.
Yeah.
But you don't really see them having an influence on the country.
Yeah.
So how would you handle it different? Having 250 million and not just doing what the rest of the guys are doing.
Yeah.
How would you be different?
Well, firstly, I believe, like, if someone has that amount of money and they earned it in honorable ways, then it's their right to do whatever they want with that money. But personally, obviously, if I have more than I need, I would like to believe that I would consider helping other people, but more so in the sense of, like, I am not the person that's like, oh, now I have a lot of money, let me give people money for free. No, I am more of a person that believes in, like, teaching the fishermen how to fish. So I would rather spend more money teaching someone to make themselves sustainable rather than giving it away, because, like, yeah, because that's the thing, is, like, I think a lot of the times, like, the publicity where it gains a lot of attention is, like, when people are complaining, like, oh, they have all this money but they're not doing anything for us.
Do you feel that's a fact?
That's a problem. You know, people need to learn to solve their own problems. I think more people need to learn to solve their own problems. No one is going to come give you anything for free. And even so, if someone is giving you something for free, they gain more control over you. And it's not good for people, you know.
That's a really deep problem here in our country.
Yeah, and true. I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you think not enough people are...
You hear that statement a lot of, they have so much money.
Yeah.
Why don't they help us?
Yeah.
Can't rely on nobody, man.
Yeah.
No, you came into this world alone, and it's your responsibility to do something for yourself.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're responsible of solving your own problems. So that's how I see it. So yeah, we need to go closer and closer to the end. Cameraman is getting tired of us, right?
How many minutes we've been going?
Oh, probably like 45.
45, really?
Yeah, we've been
I feel
pushing.
so short.
You see, this is why I want my podcast to be longer, so eventually I can talk to people for 2 hours straight, pick your brain and all that. But now let's move on a little bit. What's your message about Lamar? Like, what's if I already asked you like what do you want people to remember you for? But now, if there's something you could work on right now and give out your message and something you want to share with people, what would it be right now?
I can help a lot of people based just on what I've went through, what I know. That's not because I'm arrogant, bro. But I truly believe I have the skill set to help people get through difficult times. I'm not like an advisor. So the message I want to give to people is, if you do see me out there, don't be afraid to come to me, have a conversation, talk to me. Because if you want to go far, go with a group of people. If you want to go fast, go alone. So yeah, man, I believe we should focus on helping each other, and I want to encourage anybody going through a tough time. If you have something that you're dealing with, reach out to me, man.
No, that's perfect, man. That's a beautiful message, and I think we'll end it here. It's been lovely. I definitely would want to have you again on this podcast.
Most definitely.
Then we move on to a different
3 years from now.
2-3 years. No, next month. We'll see. But definitely, you're more than welcome to come here again. And thank you, man, for being here, sharing your message. It's been a lovely conversation, and we'll definitely sit and chat, have other conversations. Who knows? We'll record those ones as well. So thank you, man.
Thank you, Ignatius. Matura. Thank you too, bro.